Hi, this is Sandy, and this is going to be a craft with me video. I was playing with some things. I have some different things I need to make. Need to do something for Deck of the Year. I need to do some embellishments for my collab, Embellishments with Friends. I also was thinking about working on my card for Decks It Up, and so I've laid a bunch of things out on my table. They're like leftovers from a collection, like all the little stickers are left over from a collection that I'm trying to finish up. And then I had some tags that I had punched out a long time ago, die cut out a long time ago. I have some butterflies that I had made probably a year ago or so, and they were just in a little container. And some words I had die cut out. Some have borders on them, some don't. And so I thought, well, I think I'll just turn the camera on and talk to you while I craft. And not sure what I'll get made. I've got a few ideas put together for what I might do. I also need some journaling cards for my Easter junk journal. So this is just going to be a video while I play, and I'll visit with you a little bit, and I hope that you enjoy it. Maybe I can inspire you to get some things that you have hanging around and get them out and play with them. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm really setting a goal this year of trying to use up some of the bits and pieces that I have, because I'll do a project and I'll have little bits and pieces left over, like the words or like the butterflies or the tags, and then they kind of get set aside and they don't get used. So my goal is just to kind of play with some things and see what I can make. And the first thing I was thinking about doing was making a card, an ATC card. I saw the words thank you and this butterfly, and I thought that would be really cool to just have a card I could stick in Happy Mail, or to have a card. It could be a focal point on a card as well. And so I thought I'll just make an ATC card, and then I can decide later how I end up using it. So my first thought was trying to find, they fit nicely onto my card. So my next thought was finding what background did I want to have on it. So I got several different colors out here, and I thought I would just lay it on each one of the colors and see how I thought each one looked. So I tried the yellow, and I tried the blue, and I tried this one that kind of has some ombre, I'm not going to be able to say that word now, colors on it. And so I thought, well, it had some of the pink and some kind of a peach color, and I thought, well, I'll try that. So I tried that. But I think what I came back with is the one I really think makes it stand out the best is on the blue. So that the parts that are supposed to be the focal points on the card just stand out a little better on the blue, I think. So I'm going to go with that for now. So I'm going to glue this paper onto the card, and I usually glue it on the side that's got the numbers, and whichever it is, clubs or diamonds or hearts or spades or whatever, I usually glue it on that side. So that's what I'm going to do. Just glue it on there. Straighten it up a little bit. And now I'll cut around it after I put the pen back in my glue, so that it'll cooperate with me next time I want to glue something. So I'm just going to cut around the card. I'm going to kind of try to give you my thoughts as I'm deciding what to put together. And then in the comments, you can let me know if you like a video like this, or a lot of my videos in the beginning, I would just create things and then I would come and show you what I did. Then my grandson suggested that I do more process videos and show people how I'm doing it. And so I'm trying to do that this year. So let me know what you prefer. I'm going to glue the words and the butterfly on. I think I'll put the butterfly, then I can decide where I want the U to be. This was a butterfly dies that I have, where it does the two sizes, and the top one has the stitching kind of edge around it, where it's got the little holes punched, so it gives it a stitched look. Now I feel like I need to do something around the edge to just highlight the edge a little bit. I'm wondering, I have a lot of washi tape, and I have been trying to use some of my washi tape because I decided to organize it and found I had so much. So let's see if I have something. I have some that I bought a while back. You can see I ended up putting it in this plastic container and realized, okay, that's a lot of, I had it just in little plastic containers before, and I had several of them, and when I put it in here so that I could easier see instead of having to pull them all out of the container and look, I realized how much I really had. And I actually have a couple more that I've taken out to work on a project, and so they're not even in here right now. But I have some of these that have these little, they're really, you know, thin, I guess you would say, compared to a lot of the washi tape. This is a pretty narrow one, the pink one, but this one is maybe half of the size. I do have a very narrow pink one. I'm just going to pick a couple out and then see how I think that they look on the side of the card. Here's one that's got some gold in it. Well, that has gold in it too. This is just a different one with dots. Here's one that's kind of cute. It's got little hearts on it. I think I like a thinner one on there. I don't want it to draw too much attention away from the... So let's see if I like the way any of these look. I can always grab it back. But I thought this pink, I think, would match. I'll just hold a little piece of crosshair. Finding the edge can sometimes be a challenge. But I was kind of thinking I could kind of maybe frame it. Just put a little piece. So I'm just gonna, if it'll stick for me. I don't want to stick it down too hard because I want to try some of the others too. So it's not really wanting to cooperate with that. Anyway, if I can just get it to temporarily hold there a little bit, then I can put it on more later. Because I want to try some of these. I'll try. Okay, finding the end sometimes can be a challenge. Sometimes when I run my thumb along there, I can feel it. Sometimes that doesn't really seem to work either, so try the into my pokey tool and see if it comes to a place that feels like it's. This is part of the challenge, I think, for anyone using washi tape. There's the edge right there. I think I see it. There we go. Well, there we go. Getting it up enough so I can grab it is another challenge. See what I think about the hearts. Well, that's kind of cute too. And it doesn't pull away too much from the thank you. So I'll just leave that piece there for now. I realize it's not straight, but I'm not ready to. Or I also had pulled out these two gold ones. Any of them really would work, but I think I'm going to go with the hearts. I just kind of like the soft, muted look that it gives to the card. And this is a large part of crafting, I think, is making choices and trying different things to see what you think. You know, do I like this? Do I like that? If you have like a sketch or you're scrap lifting off of what someone else has done, then that kind of takes some of the time out of it. But when you're just playing with things the way I am today, then you just try different things. And decide which is working for you on that day. And I suppose on a different day I could come up with a completely different idea. But today I kind of like the way that frames it. Now the question is, before I cut those ends off, do I want to try to put it on the sides as well? I think I do like that. So I think I'll go ahead, even though on the sides the hearts kind of go, they go sideways instead of right side up. I think I do like that. So I'm just going to put 4 pieces on. Try to leave about the same amount of space on the side. Okay, and then I'll just cut those. Well, got it stuck down now. Okay, just come along and cut those off. I was thinking if I decide to use this as a thank you in a Happy Mail or something, I can just put some white paper on the back with a little note. Or if I use it as a focal point on a card, then I can just glue it down the way it is, and it's okay with that back like it is. Okay. Well, that's that one idea I've got completed, I think. That's all I'm going to do for that one today. The thank you cards. I'm going to set that aside. Then I wanted to do, and I picked a few things out for it already before I decided to turn the camera on, but I wanted to do a journaling card for my Easter. Just going to push some things out of the way. So I've got an index card, and I thought I would alter the index card. And I was thinking, I've got these eggs that had been gifted to me, these Easter eggs. And this was a butterfly that was left over. And I had already previously punched out the little rabbit if I wanted to use it. I got a little bird that was part of the sticker collection that I had. And I was thinking about inking some blue on the back, and then I have this piece of paper I had ripped that could kind of simulate grass on the bottom. And I thought if I just put some eggs on here, maybe a bunny in the center, and then in the sky, I could put the butterfly and the bird, and then I would have a journaling card for my, I'm looking for the blue ink that I want to use. I would have a journaling card then that I could stick in my Easter journal that I'm still working on, even though we're kind of past that time. It was supposed to be done at the end of March, but March got away from me and it didn't get done. And so I've done part of it, and I'm just going to continue working on it as I have time. And I don't care for this to be, it doesn't have to be a real smooth blend, because I want it to be sky. And if you look up in the sky, it's not always a smooth blend. You get some clouds in there, different shades of blue. So it's just going to be kind of a rough inking on there, I guess you'd say, a rough blend instead of a solid one. I think it'll actually be more realistic for sky if I do that. So, and I used broken china, distressed oxide broken china, which is a blue color. Thought about using tumbled glass, but it's lighter, and I thought it might be a little lighter than what I wanted, so I've got that. I'm gonna get a baby wipe and just clean off that area where I used my glass mat to ink. Sometimes I get out a grip mat, but since this was just simple inking, I just do it right here on the glass mat. And the nice thing that I love about my glass mat, it's getting scratches and stuff in it, but I love it because things clean up so easily off of it. It's just really nice to craft on. And now I want to put my grass down at the bottom, and I ripped it so it'd be kind of uneven, because lots of times grass is uneven. And I don't think I want it to take up too much of the card. So I think I'm just going to glue it at the bottom and then cut off what I don't want to have. So I think I'll just put some glue on the card, and then I can play around with the... I have art glitter glue. I think I've shared that before. The bottle is a mess, but that means I've been using it. It's hard to keep craft supplies looking pristine when you're using them all the time. So I've kind of got some grass on there now. And I'm okay if it's not even. And I'll just make it fit the journaling card now. I think I'll like that. I think I'm going to round the corners. I love the look of rounded corners, so it doesn't have to be really big, but I've got this quarter rounder that gives you the 3 sizes. And if it's a smaller card, I use the 7mm. On other things, I use the 10mm. Very seldom use the 4. But it's nice to have options. So then my idea was to just kind of randomly put some different eggs on here. I was kind of thinking I might want to leave the center one down a little bit so that I could put a bunny there. I think I need to put something behind the bunny because I don't want him to have a green tail if I put him on that. but I do have some little scraps of white cardstock here. I can just put a little piece behind him. So that he has a white tail. So that'll work great. I will try to remember to stay in frame. I am not used to having to worry about it when I craft, and so, you know, it's a learning experience. There we go. He's got a pretty little white tail now, so if I put him on top of the egg, you'll be able to see his little white tail. You know, that green is not, when I put the eggs on there, the green's not showing up as much as I want it to. So I think I might just put a little bit more green on it. I can just put some ink on the bottom and ink up the bottom a little bit maybe, so that it looks more like grass and doesn't blend in so much. Oh yeah, I like that better. Just kind of blend it in a little bit. Just give it a little darker shade. Yeah, I like that. I think that. So I used Mowed Lawn Distress Oxide. I've got a bunch of Distress Oxide, so that's most of the time what you'll see me using. I have a few other inks that I've gotten through classes or something like that where they came as part of the kit. But I really like, anyway, I was kind of thinking kind of a random pattern. Maybe I'll put the green more on the outside. Kind of a random pattern of eggs. These were stickers that were gifted to me. And so I love being able to use things that are gifted. And I love being able to use all the little bits and pieces. A little bunny with the eggs. And the scale doesn't have to be right when you're crafting. So I'm sure normally eggs are not bigger than the bunny. But a bigger bunny wouldn't fit so much. And I already had this one that I had die cut, so okay. This is another tip that works for me. So if you ever have the problem getting the edge off the back of a sticker, I find that a pokey tool does wonders for that. Maybe I'll have it go off just a little bit. It's nice sometimes to have things go off. Let's see how well this is going to come off for me. Okay. Sometimes bending them makes the edge kind of come loose. And if I can do that, it's faster than getting the pokey tool. But the pokey tool works when I'm struggling with it. Let's put that one off a little bit too. Okay. I wanted this one down a little lower so that the bunny had a place to be. Just decide. Normally I kind of center things, but I think I kind of like him off center a little bit because I don't really like covering up that cute egg. I suppose what I really should have done is put one of the other eggs there, but I didn't, so. And it's going to be a journaling card in the journal, so it's not something that probably people are going to spend a lot of time analyzing, whether the bunny was, you know, centered on my index card or not. And then I had the butterfly that I thought would be kind of cute. And then I'm happy I was able to use up another piece that it was left over from other projects. And the little birdie I thought was cute. There were a couple other things too, like this dragonfly, I guess, not exactly sure, but he has wings. That'd be kind of cute. They're both the same color. This is a little snail, but he really should go down below. I think I'll do that. Okay, put him down below because he should be, instead of in the sky. Oh, see, it really helps me to lay my stickers out so I can kind of see what I have. Otherwise, if they're kind of piled off to the side, and when I'm crafting, I don't necessarily notice it. But I think this little ladybug would look kind of cute on there too. And I still want to put I think I'll put him in the sky. And maybe I'll add a little birdie. Maybe kind of there with the eggs. It's a little busy, but I like it. I'm going to cut the edges off of, and then on the back, there's plenty of place for journaling for someone. And in a journal card, that's really what the goal. And my other goal was to use some of the little bits and pieces that have been gifted to me or been left over from other things, or things like the bunny that I've die cut out and not used yet. I die cut several of them out to try different things, and it was a new die I got. And there are actually 3 in the that go with the die. No, that's the one that does the one. The other die I was thinking of was the die that does this, and you get 3 bunnies with it. No, that is the bunny. That is this one bunny. So there are the 3 different bunnies that go, and then you can put the shadow layer on it and the word Easter. But I had just cut several of them out because I wanted to just play with them. So I think I'm going to call that a completed journaling card for my junk journal. Boy, the older I get, the harder it is sometimes to come up with the words. And I think I'm at 28 minutes, so I think I'm going to quit now. I have a couple other things I was going to do, but I don't want to make it so long that it takes forever to upload. So thank you for joining me if you've stuck in here this long. I really appreciate it. Be sure and let me know what kind of videos you like. Do you like kind of seeing the process and hearing me as I kind of talk out loud on what I'm thinking about putting things together? Do you prefer to just see the finished product that I'm finished with at the end? Please let me know. Thank you.